has attacked the rim over his career. What was once a weak spot for him has now become a strength as his finishing improves every year.
And he's going up for the alley-oop. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Zubats. And a moment here to check out who the Golden State Warriors have coming up. On Monday, they'll take on John Wall and the Washington Wizards. Then on Wednesday, they'll take on Karl Anthony Towns and the Minnesota Timberwolves.
And you know for that Pelicans game, it's the second game of a back-to-back, and you know they're going to be feeling the effects of it. Playing that much basketball in that short amount of time really takes a toll.
George with the ball. 11 points in the game. Lock at 6. Here's Leonard. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. You know what, Greg, you're right thinking back to Thompson. He had his early struggles at the rim.
And that's a distant memory for Clay now. I mean, he's dunking more often and with more force when he goes at the rim. It has made him an even more complete shooting guard.
And that's good as he hits both of his shots.
We've seen him put a lot of pressure on the defense and then cash in at the line.
Wiggins surveying the floor. To the middle, here's Villa, and he caught that pass in full stride on his way to the big slam.
And once he gets clear off the screen, there is no stopping him.
No, not when there's a flush waiting to happen.
That's a big-time move and a big-time finish.
And George, here we go, kept alive. Here's Zubats, and it's blocked. Pass to Thompson from 11 feet away, and the Warriors tack on 2 more.
And coming out of halftime, Coach said they wanted to start fast. How's 4 for 4?
Clippers trail by 10. They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
And it's Leonard missing.
Ugly start to the second half. They've missed their first 4. They've got to get on track.
And Draymond Green does so much on the floor. It's hard to quantify by any measure.
And people have called Draymond a product of the system before. But I don't care where he is. Draymond is going to be a major impact with his defense and playmaking.
And the first one drops. Well, whether you love him or hate him, you can't deny that Draymond Green is one of the more unique players in the league.
There really isn't anyone else like Draymond. I mean, who does everything for a team but score. I mean, not only can he play all positions on both ends of the floor, but also to be the emotional leader, truly a special player.
And here is Williams. Passes it to Shamet. Lets it go with a 3. It's rebounded by Golden State. Garbage Man's got his 8th rebound here tonight. Here's Pascal. And all around the rim that time before dropping in. Pascal's got the lead up to 13 now for the Warriors. LA has gone 0 of 2 from deep to start things here in the second half. Williams against Curry. Shots good by Williams. Williams has got his 2nd basket of the game.
Despite having a small frame, this is a big part of Lou Williams' game. Taking it up strong inside.
Curry passes to Villa. Shoots over Len. Leonard against Green. Curry outside. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. And after this one, they're home against Minnesota. That'll be the latter half of this 2-game homestand.
When the defense is non-existent like they were there, it's pretty easy to score like he did.
And the Warriors decide to take their first time out here. And the Warriors with some changes. Jeremy Grant, he's checked in for Green. And Lee's subbed in for Curry. Warriors leading by 9. 59 seconds left in the third quarter. Basket is good. He'll get a chance for one more at the line.
And not quite as aggressive from outside as they were in the first half. Sticking to the high percentage shots, playing smart with the lead.
And so it's Williams who brings it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. To the inside, Len. This break in the game gives us a chance to look at the teams with the most points off turnovers last season. In third, the Warriors. Fourth, the Clippers.
You know, both of these clubs forced a lot of turnovers and also converted offensively off of them. Very impressive.
He doesn't get the second one. Golden State's gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break. And he lobs it up toward the rim. Up high to stuff the alley-oop.
Oh, phenomenal alley-oop slam there.
They are taking advantage of a team that looks lost out there. Outside Leonard. Rejected by Villa. And it's out of bounds. The Clippers able to retain possession here. .30 seconds left in the third. Here's Leonard.
The struggle is real. He's been way off with his shot all evening long.
And that's the battle they haven't been winning today. Their work on the glass has been porous, and that's got to change.
Williams finds Leonard. From deep three-point range, and no good on the last second attempt this time. And so it's the Golden State Warriors looking at a 13-point lead. And a quick look now at the State Farm assist of the game.
And how about the floor generalship right here? I mean, showing us why they're always in good hands when he's the man in charge.
So many.
Look for the Clippers. Zubac is checked in for Len. Paul George comes in for Landry Shamet. And it's Patrick Beverly in for Williams. Coaches talk about young players needing to experience the playoffs to understand that level. Smitty, why is that so hard to simulate without going through it?
Kevin, reasons why is in the playoffs, everything is taken to another level. Also, you seeing this team night in and night out. They know your plays, you know their plays. It comes down to just execution, and you can't have careless turnovers or those brain freezes you have in the regular season.
JaMychal Green is out there with Kawhi Leonard. Then it's Paul George. Then it's Ivica Zubac. And it's Beverly in at the 1. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Clippers.
But what about the athletic ability of Green? A real powerhouse who just knows how to bring the hammer down.
Stolen away. Nice job to interrupt the alley-oop attempt there. Here's Leonard. The shot's good on the assist by George. And that's now 9 points for Leonard.
And he can time his passes so perfectly. Wow, what an assist.
Here's Villa. A beautiful reverse layup. And the Warriors lead by 13.
These are big buckets. He's been instrumental in helping them try to close out this game.
George against Thompson. Now here is George. He's covered closely.
He goes up strong, but he is met with resistance. I think that surprised him a little bit.
And guys, he's not an easy man to stop when he's got the rim in his sights.
Never has been, never will be. He is a determined finisher. The pass to Leonard. Over Wiggins. Leonard, no luck. Warriors leading by 15. Inside.
We're in total command of this game with time starting to run out.
Reason why they've tightened up the vice grip a little more each time up the floor. We'll see if they can close this one out.
Shot from 12. And the jumper is on the mark. Leonard's got 6 points in the quarter.
Right there, that is poise of Kawhi Leonard, just taking what the defense gives him.
Pass to Villa. And that one is stuffed right through.
explosive leaping ability allows him to play the 5 even though he's a little undersized.
The Clippers shooting about 35% from the floor. Not much falling for them. Bounce pass from Beverly. Here's George. It's rebounded by Golden State.
I'm not sure the defense affected that shot. That was just a blown gimme.
And tonight's battle is going to end with a very clear winner, leaving nothing to chance. Impressive win for the Warriors.
What do you think was the deciding factor in this one?
I think you have to look at their field goal percentage. They just shot the ball much better than the opponent, and they were getting great looks all game long.
And so with this, they'll end up with their second win on the year.
And against a conference opponent, always good to take that first win of the season series to establish a psychological edge.
And we watched one guy all night long, guys. And looking at the stats just confirms what a dominant game he had. What a night tonight it was for Garbage Man.
When it comes to protecting the rim, there are numerous ways to do that. The most exciting of those, just send shots. That's what he did tonight in volume.
So we see the Warriors taking the game here. This was a very strong showing for him, Greg. Not necessarily a runaway win, but one they'll feel very good about.
And let's face it, anytime you can go on the road and win in the fashion they did, you have to feel good about it. Really an outstanding effort all the way around.
Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Steve Smith, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan, thanking you for being with us. We'll see you next time. Have a great evening.
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Welcome back. This is Ernie Johnson.
Hey, Shaq here. You reminded me of me tonight on the boards, big fella.
And that's going to do it for tonight. For Kenny.
Yo, listen up. I want to... I'm looking for some new kicks. Thought I'd come and see what's up.
Hey, great. Let me know how I can help.
Let me see how these feel.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Those look awesome. Great choice.
These are great. I'll take them.
Sounds good.
And going on now, 2K and the NBA have partnered to put on the NBA 2K20 Players Tournament. 16 NBA players are facing off on the sticks in matchups based on their 2K rating to see who is the best 2K player in the
let's go straight. Well, it sure is. Thanks, David. And now, let's take a look at the upcoming schedule for the Washington Wizards. On Wednesday, they continue the road trip, heading out to Sacramento to take on the Kings. And then on Saturday, they'll be playing the Lakers in Los Angeles. So a look at the starters for the Wizards. Hachimura and Bryant are in the middle. Ball runs the point with Beal at the 2. And it's Brown in at the 3, the small forward. And for the Warriors, Curry and Clay, the Splash Brothers, in the backcourt. Wiggins is out there with Jeremy Grant. And it's Villa in at the 5. And Smitty, what about the teams that know they're going to be championship caliber contenders? How do they stay motivated early in a season with so many games to play?
You know, it's hard. I think a lot of those guys, they're looking at, I would say now we're talking about load management for those type of teams. They're just trying to make sure their bodies, their minds are ready for that run. But usually those championship teams, they understand, they're motivated by winning. They get it together at the right time.
Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack. And where's the help defensively?
No excuse. You have to be aware. He should be on your radar all the time.
Now here's Wall. 17 points for him last game against Phoenix.
You can't forget about how great he was at forcing contact and getting to the line. He racked up a lot of easy points at the line that way.
And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Here's Hachimura. Can't hit that one. And Golden State will go the other way with it. First chance of the season for them to go up against this Wizards team.
Yeah, and taking on an interconference foe, certainly not a rival. They're the better team, and they showed it, winning both matchups last season.
Here's Wall, following the basket by Andrew Wiggins. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. Washington shooting their first shots from the stripe in this game. The free throw drops for Bryant. Both free throws good for Bryant. The Warriors have gone 3 of 4 from the field to start out the game. No good from Villa.
Shut down. This is the way you play defense. This is how you protect the rim.
Wall finds Beal. All sorts of time. The rebound by Villa.
Just a little off to start this game. 1 for 5, looking to find some kind of rhythm.
Oh, taking it to the rack with power.
Hammering down the two-hand slam. Wizards have gone just 1 for 5 from the field to start the quarter. And you see Jeremy Grant on this team, he means so much more than just his stats.
He's a fantastic glue guy, and his teammates talk about how unselfish he is on the floor. Great team player and an even better chemistry guy off the court.
Here's Wiggins after the made shot from Bradley Beal. Throws down the alley-oop slam.
Oh, phenomenal alley-oop slam there.
They are taking advantage of a team that looks lost out there. We're about 3 minutes into this first quarter. No one near Wall as he lets it go. And the 3 off target. Warriors leading by 5. Golden State moving the ball around. It's stolen by Bryant. Brown with the bounce pass. And here's Wall outside. And his 3rd shot of the night. No good. 0 for 3. Wiggins drives in. And it's sent back by Bryant. And it's out of bounds. And they say last touch by Bryant. Washington making some changes. Mo Wagner's checked in for Bryant. Robinson comes in for Brown. And Smith subbed in for John Wall. Here's Curry. That falls. Nice feed that time from Wiggins.
This is what Steph gives you. The sizzle and the steak. The highlights and the plays where he just grinds it out.
Passes it to Beal. Just over 3.5 minutes gone here in the first. And he could not get that one to go. Out of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. And he's got his first free throw of the game. The first free throw is good. And some changes here for the Warriors. Draymond Green, he's checked in for Wiggins. Damian Lee comes in for Thompson. And Farrell subbed in for Curry. And the Wizards making a change here as well. Enders checked in. Here's Farrell. Always going up for the alley-oop here. An emphatic alley-oop jam.
And the pass there floated it up to the precise spot it needed to be.
And no messing around on the finish. He powers it through. Now, here is Smith. He's coming off a 10-point game against the Suns in Phoenix. Wagner passes to Beal. An easy 2 points on the layup. Beal's got 6 points.
Yeah, another nice bucket down low. They've really been able to work the ball into the post effectively here so far.
Pass to Villa. It's tipped. 34 seconds left here in the opening quarter. Here's Wagner. Got a piece of it.
Yeah, they got that one, but early on, it's really been a struggle for them to secure that defensive backboard.
Farrell can't hit. Wizards trailed by 5. Outside Robinson. To the paint. Here's Wagner. Great D that time from Villa.
And his pure defensive effort changed that shot from an easy one to a tough one.
And you know, technically, it's a high percentage look, but this is why we play the game.
And that does it for the first quarter. Warriors lead by 5. And we'll be back with you for the start of the second quarter when we return. So much talent on this Warriors team. Draymond Green talks about how
the way I judge, whether we can play.
The Warriors with a completely new 5 on the floor. So for the Wizards, the league is trying to maximize competition, Steve, and flatten the draft lottery odds has been one way to do it. Will that be enough, or is there still work to be done in that regard?
I love the way they've done it so far, but I still think they can tweak it even more, and we'll get a better product on the floor where teams get a chance to compete for all 82 games. I like what I'm seeing right now.
So on the floor for Washington, Ball runs the point with Beal at the 2. Hachimura and Bryant are in the middle, and it's Brown in at the 3. From the sideline, let's catch up with Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Thanks, Kevin. Garbage Man in the last game against the Clippers delivered quite a performance. He ended up with 43 points on the night, and his work ethic was evident, notching a double-double, also making his presence felt. The stat line was filled, and the whole league is talking about it. We'll see what he does for an encore tonight, Kevin.
Okay, David, thanks. It'll be interesting to see, Greg, how much of that performance carries over to tonight.
And Kevin, different scenarios call for different measures. I'm sure he'll just try to provide whatever they need for the win.
Well, that's what it means to be unselfish, putting the team's interests first. As you say, he just wants to come away with the W.
And Beal kicks the wall. 1:25 left now here in the second. Clock at 4. Washington needs to get a shot off here. The lead now in single digits. Bryant's got 6 points.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Pass to Thompson. Down low. Villa. That's in, coming off the assist from Thompson. And 7 points for Garbage Man.
I like the way Clay now studies a defense and makes great decisions with the ball.
Now the pass to Hachimura. And the rebound goes to the Warriors.
Solid rebound there, and with the score like it is, that's an area where they can't afford to get lazy.
Sky high, one of his advantages as an undersized 4.
All with it, 5 points in the game. The Warriors pull it in. Garbage Man's got rebound number 8 here tonight in the game.
What I like, he hasn't stopped competing despite the off night.
Hachimura the pass to Wall. It's Beal on the wing. The 3. Bryant. And that would have counted, but his shot was off the mark this time. And we finished one half of basketball. The Warriors on top. They lead by 13. And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Kevin, thank you. Andrew, the energy and effort were apparent throughout that first half. How were you able to do it?
We had a good practice, working hard, really putting things together. Keep doing it, and we come out with a W.
Hey, thanks for your time. We appreciate it. Back to you, Kevin.
Okay, David, much appreciated. And now time for halftime. So we'll be back in just a bit to get the third quarter underway. And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the route that it's threatening to be. It's been quite a game for Bradley Beal.
Well, we'll find out if they were able to find an answer for him over the break. He was scoring with ease in that first half.
I think both sides probably adjust. A few things. The key for him is to bring the same level of energy over these last two quarters.
Curry and Clay, the Splash Brothers, in the backcourt. Grant is out there with Garbage Man, and it's Wiggins in at the 3 slot. That's Steve Kerr's 5 as we get into the second half. On its way from Curry for 2, and a little luck that time, but it drops. Curry's got his third basket of the night.
Stephen Curry, that's a luxury to have a guy that can run off screens and shoot the catch and shoot jump shot.
Here's Beal from 13 feet. It goes down.
This is why you're trying to get him as many touches as possible. He's got the neck.
Wiggins outside, passes it to Curry. There's the lob to the hoop.
And the crisp passing has opened things up for them offensively.
And here in the second half of play, we're just over a minute in. You know what, Smitty, if you track his move, you can see how active Steph Curry is when trying to get open.
As a guard, it's so impressive to see how Curry moves and relocates to get a shot off. He works harder than everyone else in the league to free up that extra time and that daylight that he needs to get a shot off. Only 1 for 4 in this half. Sometimes it's execution. Sometimes the shots just don't go down.
Good on the shot.
And really keeping the ball hopping around here offensively.
And it's Wall with the ball for the Washington Wizards, trailing by 19. After this one, they're off to Sacramento to take on the Kings. They're in the midst of a 4-game road trip right now. That'll be game number 3. Washington calls timeout. Some terrific NBA players right now out of Michigan State. Maybe we know that's your alma mater. Which of those guys do you enjoy watching the most?
Kevin, I really enjoy watching all of them because I've got a close relationship with all our Michigan State Spartans. Gary Harris, Draymond Green, Jaren Jackson Jr., Bryn Forbes, Denzel Valentine, and the list goes on. I love because I watch them and I know they're going to come out and play extremely hard because of Tom Izzo and the Michigan State brand of basketball.
Smith surveying the D. Here's Beal. The Wizards with another miss.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
Curry outside. And Wagner pulls it down. Wagner's got 4 rebounds in this game. Smith outside. to Beal. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Wagner. And that time, also a missed shot.
And even without that 3-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
Unselfish play right there. Curry with the patience to wait for someone to break free.
Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
Here's Beal. No good on that one. Good D by Lee. Golden State's gotten fewer than half of their three-pointers to go down tonight. They're 4 for 9. Takes the alley-oop pass and dunks it down.
Absolutely the prettiest play in basketball, executed to perfection.
I don't think you'd get an argument there. Everybody loves the alley-oop. Washington calls timeout.
Yeah, just looking to tighten up their defense in the paint. They've got to be better.
It's a matter of want to. Helping out, contesting shots. You have to want to make the effort.
Wizards making a switch here. Robinson's checked in. Curry against Beal. Shoots over Curry. Beal's shot is good. Beal's got 12 points in the game.
You know, maybe save that fadeaway move for when he really needs it.
The pass to Villa. And it's blocked.
And Bender really using that 9'3" standing reach to block these shots. Just a towering presence.
To the middle. And no good. Nice D from Villa. Golden State's gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break. To the inside. And he takes the fantastic lead pass up strong for the slam.
You know what it is? It's his creativity. That's making this engine run.
So we see the Warriors taking the game here. This game may not have been the most exciting we've ever seen, but you have to appreciate just what a clinical performance they put on.
Hey, Jay, remember the winners of our youth league are here? You're one of the players they get to meet for winning the title.
Yeah, let me talk to the friends back there.
Okay, not too long. They're kids.
Hey, yo, listen up. Game.
We are about to do a community challenge right here on 2K TV. Team Cash versus Team...
Getting in and out of downtown Minneapolis, Minnesota. The setting for our broadcast tonight. Hi and welcome everyone here on 2K Sports. Can't wait to get some NBA action going. DA, take it away.
Well, if you ask Carl Anthony...
Terrific attitude. It makes him very tough to handle. David, thank you. And for a look at how the competition stacks up right now. These, the new power rankings, they tell a great story. You look at the Knicks, they're gaining on some of the teams above them, trying hard to crack into that top 5.
And I think for Golden State, they're coming together probably slower than most people anticipated, but still extremely dangerous, but trying to work out some kinks here early on.
Now Golden State's starting 5. Curry and Clay, the Splash Brothers, in the backcourt. Andrew Wiggins is out there with Draymond Green, and it's Villa in at the 5, roaming the paint. And for Minnesota, we've got Johnson. He's out there with Karl Anthony Towns. Alden is out there with Russell. And early in the season, Clark, rotations getting settled. How important do you think it is to have players who really embrace their roles on that team?
You know, I think it's a combination of accepting and embracing your roles, really relishing what it is you're to do and to star in what your particular role is, and finding that out oftentimes is a work in progress even throughout the season.
And probably managing maybe some disappointment if you aren't in the role you thought you were going to be in.
Well said. Exactly right.
Pass to Towns. Back to Russell. Good D by Thompson.
Good offense squaring up against better D there. You got to appreciate that stop.
Russell feeling it out a bit. Guarded by Curry. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
Yeah, good job to take it right at them.
Yeah, really left him no choice there, Greg. He had the foul and keep him from converting the easy bucket.
And he's good on the second. And so just over a minute and a half played. Thompson outside. There's the pass to Villa. He lobs up the alley-oop pass. Hammers the alley-oop through.
Yeah, Curry is so impressive. His peripheral vision is what makes him unique, in addition to his ball handling skills. He does a nice job setting up his teammates and knows how to get them the ball when they're open.
Outside, Russell. The kick out to Towns. Offensive rebound.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
Here's Villa. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Garbage man's got 8 points.
Great start for him. 4-4. He could be in for a big game.
Certainly looks that way to me, partner. I mean, his energy level is ramped up. I think he's been terrific right from the opening tip.
Towns at the elbow. It's good for his second make. He's made 2 or 3 so far.
Well, you got to do better to root Towns out of there. I mean, he's a really polished scorer inside.
And you look at how Towns is so effective on offense, and it's because he really has the entire package for a big man. Back to the basket, facing up, playing outside or in, off the bounce or on the catch. This guy can do it all. And they don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from 3. First quarter still, but not who you want to leave open.
Throws it up high.
Chemistry at its best. An unreal alley-oop.
Now, you're right. The pass, the catch, the dunk, all of it perfect.
And it all had to be, Kevin, because that's not nearly as easy as they made it appear.
So the Timberwolves called their first timeout.
And team strategies closely guarded. One aspect of the game the fans aren't always privy to.
Yeah, typically there's some type of adjustment made out of a timeout. It might be major or it could be just a slight tweak.
Minnesota. Different look here for the Warriors.
And checking out the numbers for Garbage Man. Great showing for him last season. Last year, checking in at about 33 points a game, 20 rebounds, and almost 4 blocks. And you talk about guys who just have a nose for putting up points. He is one of them.
Yeah, he sure is, and he rarely has back-to-back bad games. If he has an off night, he usually follows that up with a big night.
A Kogi misses. The Warriors leading. Here is Garbage Man. He picked up 15 points in their last win against Washington.
And he was also a big factor for them defensively. I think he tallied 4 blocks in the game.
Poked away. Oh, and there's the alley-oop.
This is exactly what you want Farrell to do. I mean, when there's somebody open, he's got to find him.
51 seconds left in the first quarter. Lee against Waiters. Here's Spellman. Drops in the tray.
And you're asking for more trouble than you can handle if you're going to let him just roam free from beyond the arc.
Here's Villa. Herman Gomez grabs the miss. The Timberwolves trade. It's a 4-second differential between the shot clock and game clock. And the basket by Okogie.
An impressive all-around player. Culver passes the ball well for a guy at that position.
Garbage man, the pass to Grant, lays it up off the glass.
And the crisp passing has opened things up for them offensively.
10 straight points off assist. That's very impressive, and it also makes the game easy and fun to watch.
Waiters with the ball over Lee, and the last shot at the buzzer doesn't go in for him. A nice first quarter of play. We've seen plenty of offense so far. Warriors ahead. They're up by 1. And we'll get it going after this from the Target Center. One of the most high-powered scorers in the game, Karl Anthony Towns, knows it's important to keep his teammates involved.
You know, everyone has to get some of the sugar, you know, so making sure you're not just being a ball hog. So I'm just always trying to make sure that I'm taking wide open shots that I think everyone on the team would love for me to take if I have the opportunity.
Well, when you're attracting, Greg, all that defensive attention, it creates opportunities for your teammates.
Yeah, and Towns will...
In a moment. Gatorade all fueled up for the second quarter of basketball. Setting the floor for the Warriors. We've got Farrell, Looney out there with Grant, and it's Lee in at the shooting guard position. And that one misses. As you're watching a game unfold, what characteristics do you look for in a great closer?
Obviously confidence, a real eagerness to make difference-making plays late, and somebody who can create his own shot if a play breaks down. I mean, that's essential.
And on our sideline, our reporter, David Aldridge.
Thanks, Kevin. Garbage man in the last game against the Wizards was tremendous. He had 15 points, and throughout the game, took smart, efficient shots that found the bottom of the net. A very solid stat line for him in what was a terrific outing. And you know he wants to keep the momentum going, Kevin.
Thank you, David. You're right. He was a one-man wrecking crew in that one.
Yeah, he was not going to let them lose that game. We'll see if he comes in with that same attitude tonight.
Yeah, you know, every night's different. They may try to double him, might force him to adjust, or force him to make plays with the pass instead. We'll see.
And it's Towns with the ball. He'll bring it up for Minnesota. After this one, they're off to Sacramento to take on the Kings. That'll be the first half of a 2-game trip. He goes up again.
Well, just not scoring with the efficiency he'd like to. Tough quarter for him.
Yeah, the defender all over it.
Greg, he got him good there. I mean, that's why the shot was so far off.
It's his first trip to the line.
Hey, Karl Anthony Towns was the unanimous 2015-16 Rookie of the Year, but you still have to admire how fast he's made an impact in this league.
The shot's good from Villa. Guys back and forth this first half.
And this could continue to go back and forth the entire way.
Inside, here's Towns, and the dunk by Towns.
Tremendous combination of power and finesse there. I mean, once Towns gets to the rim, it's a wrap.
No good from Villa. 2-for-1 chance here.
Let's see if they use the clock to their advantage.
Walden. The Warriors pull it in. They defeated the Wizards in their last game.
And that one was all about offensive execution, running your plays, picking your spots.
Yeah, you know, not deviating from the game plan is critical. You got to trust in the system.
It's 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Outside, Russell. Five to shoot. Trying to get open is Johnson. Excellent D there from Villa.
And not allowing the shooter even an inch of breathing room on that one.
And guys, that's exactly the kind of high-impact defense they want to see out of him.
It's Curry outside. That one misses. And that's it for the first half of action. What's been a very...
Thanks very much. Draymond, of course, not unusual to see you going up against bigger players. So how do you take advantage of that offensively?
I mean, you just got to take advantage of mismatches. You know, most of the time there's a big guy on me.
Thank you, David, and we'll be back after halftime as the third quarter gets underway. Second half of basketball upon us. We may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game it's been so far. We're seeing a tremendous game from Garbage Man.
Well, he was putting on a passing clinic in that first half, set up a lot of their mates.
And, you know, that's what delights him most. That's what he takes most pride in. He loves being the chief facilitator.
They've got Carl Anthony Towns. Johnson is out there with Walden. And there's D'Angelo Russell. So that's the lineup for Minnesota. He's covered by Thompson. Out to the wing. Here's Towns. That's good. He's 5 for 9.
Well, that's one way he can finish, but far from the only way he gets it done. He's got all kinds of tricks up his sleeve.
And you think about the two best talents in Wolves history, KG, obviously, and probably Big Cat.
I would not disagree. I mean, KG is a Hall of Famer. The Cat, Carl Anthony Towns, has been terrific early in his career. The rebounding and scoring, the versatility at that size between those two guys. So it could have possibly been like the Admiral and Tim Duncan. Well, maybe not quite that good, but really good.
He gets a chance now to catch up with the fourth member of our crew, Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, one of the things that teams are more aware of in the age of analytics is the importance of sleep. Those teams are making adjustments. Morning shoot-arounds have been moved in some cases to the afternoon or eliminated altogether. There are many fewer teams that are taking red-eye flights across country. Some teams even give players orange-tinted glasses to encourage them to sleep. There's a lot of work to be done in this field, but the direction is clear.
Continuing to evolve. All right, David, thank you. And the Warriors decide to take their first time out here. Lucky and I are sitting here watching this game, broadcasting the game. There are a lot of times that the fans can't see how emotionally charged up you are over some of the things you see on the floor, good and bad.
Hey, I love great basketball. Excellent passing, tremendous hustle, creativity on your moves. One of the things that really excites me, though, is to see the ball pop and end up in a three-point shooter's hands, and he's able to knock one down because the crowd is able to follow that ball, and the anticipation just kind of rises as it gets to the designated shooter. I love guys going after rebounds on the offensive glass.
That's a great example about the three-point shot, though, Clark. I love that. It's terrific. Here's Okogie, covered by Wiggins. Okogie misses.
That's not the type of opportunity he fails to convert very often.
Here's Grant, and the dunk by Grant.
Staying alert and aware. Wiggins sees his man flash to an open spot. Pass is right on the money.
Timberwolves trail by 5. Pass to Okogie to the inside. And Towns throws it down.
Oh, an aggressive move and fantastic finish.
Trying to send a message with that slam, I think.
That's exactly how you send it. Two hands and down.
Power down as the whistle blows. A three-point play chance.
And in terms of size, not your typical center, but man, he plays as big as any of them thanks to that terrific leaping ability.
Here's what Minnesota's going with right now. Juan Hernangomez, he's checked in for Towns. And Dion Waiters subbed in for Walden. Warriors leading by 6. Down low.
Hey, whatever adjustments they made at halftime, they are working to perfection.
You know, they came out of the locker room, revved up the gas pedal, and haven't slowed down yet.
We've got 1:48 left to play here in the third. Waiters no luck.
That's a shot he's got to hit. You don't get many looks better from that range.
And he lobs it up.
Oh, and the lead gets bigger on a ridiculous offensive sequence.
That dunk alone would have been spectacular. Never mind it coming at the end of an alley-oop.
Well, I tell you what, they've got this team just a step away from being completely sleep.
Hernangomez kicks to Culver. They get a hand on it. And Wrestling for it there, but no one has possession. We'll have a jump ball. So it's the Warriors now. Golden State's gone 5 of 9 when they put up a three-point shot tonight. And it's Lee penetrating. A second chance effort. Knocked away. The fadeaway. Spellman with the rebound. Timberwolves trail by 10. There's 53 seconds left in the third quarter of the game. Culver passes to Okogie. Here's Spellman looking to end the run. Chalk up 2 there. Spellman's got 5.
Defensively, you just can't afford to give these easy looks up. Just asking to get burned if you do.
Yet another bucket in close. That's how he's earning his point. Today.
The Timberwolves have gotten 5 of 8 shots to fall for them in the third quarter. A nice 62% from the field. And it's the Warriors on the break. Here's Villa. A huge slam, the perfect end of the fast break.
Well, if you don't take care of the ball, fellas, that's what can happen.
Absolutely, Greg. That makes the turnover even more painful.
What? You mean the throwdown at the end? I'll tell you what, fellas. I mean, the highlight shows are going to pain them even more.
4 on the clock. Raiders for 3. That shot off. And so it's the Golden State Warriors enjoying a 12-point lead as they talk things over during the break. And we'll see if they can keep up their tremendous shooting they've been dialed in so far from the field. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. How about a look at today's State Farm assist of the game?
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery?
And they'd love to see every possession end this way. True team basketball.
And there have been 2 very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. Setting the floor. Chance for just a second now to check out the scoring breakdown for the Warriors.
Fantastic passing. We saw it in the first half, and it's carried over here in the second.
They've also been pounding it inside tonight and coming away with a lot of points in the paint. I call those PIPs.
Free throw drops for Walden. And Clark, when you were playing, I imagine the pre-draft process was a lot different than it is today.
No doubt about it. I mean, I came out in 1982 after my junior year, Kevin. And at that time, if you were a guy who was declaring early, you basically just had to go on whatever knowledge and information you could get from whoever, because there was no allowing you weren't allowed to go to a workout. Teams could interview you, but there were no on-court workouts, so it was totally different than today.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
Yeah, you look across the board, it's actually sizing up, shaping up to be a great game. I mean, strong performances throughout, and they've really been strong on the glass.
And the activity he shows around the rim is why he is such a respected defender.
And you know what? He's not going to give up an easy finish at the rim. I mean, that's just against his constitution.
To the paint. Towns, the pass to Walden. And finished off by A.W.
I guess Towns got a little bit of point guard in it. The big fella with a beautiful dime right there.
To the middle.
And that's about maximum range for an alley-oop, guys. It's got to be.
That's just crazy. Absolutely nuts.
And how high did he have to go to make that catch? Scintillating.
Timberwolves trail by 17. Outside, Walden. 1 1:57 left in the fourth quarter. And he makes that one.
That's not an easy shot, even that close to the hoop. I mean, Walden able to score in the face of some very stiff defense there.
Towns comes with a double team. Feeds it to Curry. A shot by Thompson, and no one's around. Nice open look, but it's no good. Minnesota's gotten off to an 0-for-2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter. Towns.
And this is Karl Anthony Towns at his very best. When he's got it going like this, he keeps it going.
Here's Villa. Tipped away. And it's Russell with the ball. He'll bring it up for Minnesota. It's a 13-point game. Down low. Here's Towns.
Showing determination inside. Towns absorbs the contact and gets the whistle.
The free throw drops for Towns. James Johnson's checked in for Josh Okogie. And Towns drops them both. Timeout called the Warriors. They're up by 11. There's 1:17 left in the fourth quarter. And now let's present our Jordan Player of the Game, Garbage Man.
And it's been a ridiculous performance in the best sense possible. I mean, everything about his game has been working. And no matter what they've thrown at him, he's had the answer.
Well, to come in here facing a hostile crowd and have a game like he's had, that's what separates the good players from the great players. That free throw good from Thompson.
And Thompson is phenomenal as a two-way player. A knockdown shooter from everywhere, challenged or unchallenged, and he defends at an elite level, too.
Timberwolves trail by 13.
And so only one team answered the bell tonight, guys. Not a monster blowout by any means, but still a double-digit victory for the Warriors.
Not only did they shoot the ball better, but they had more assists.
Yeah, I thought the passing in terms of finding the open man gave them the higher percentage shots. The ball movement was key for the win.
And during the long NBA season, each contest important here tonight. Tonight's win will give them 4 on the season.
And always nice to get win number 1 against the opponent. You'll be seeing a total of this matchup 4 times over the course of the year. So they set the tone tonight, though, for their season series against the Timberwolves.
And you know, looking back at all the contributions tonight, it was a really phenomenal.
Boy, this game really had his name all over it. I mean, he relished being the guy to carry the load offensively.
So we see the Warriors taking the game here. And in the win, a comfortable win in what was, I think, a pretty hostile environment.
It really was. You know, it's never going to be easy on the road, but they didn't have too many problems with that tonight.
And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Clark Kellogg, Greg Anthony, and David Owen, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for watching the NBA, presented by 2K Sport.
Hey man, Kenny here. I thought you did a great job of keeping everyone involved. What happened?
Nice little win streak for Jay.
Hanap tayo na kung sino pwedeng sumama. Kahit 3 games lang, goods lang. Ban.
Ano kayo, Dre?
Ano, hanap tayong dalawa na kung sino pwedeng sumama sa atin.
Ako.
Pero ano, ang tawag ulit nun, kasi ano kailangan namin yung panalo kung okay lang sa inyo. Hindi kasi kami kompleto na yun. Kung kompleto kami, kahit laro na lang namin kayo. Wala naman
Kami din
problema.
si Lapor. Wala din dito si Lapor eh.
Dodota yata si Apor eh.
Oo. Kasi nagano kasi si Mac din.
Si Mac
Papatulog
eh.
mo yung mga bata.
Busy talk eh. Hindi na nga naglalaro masyado yun eh.
Ipa-practice ba kayo, Scanot?
Kami 3 kanina sa pro-am.
3v3?
Oo. Buti na
Laro nyo
panalo
randoms?
namin yung ano.
Randoms ka laro nyo?
Oo. Last game namin, 2 cheater at mataas yung kamay. Nakamba.
Yun nga eh. Dati kasi manda maglaro sa 3s eh. Ngayon, wala na.
Nagkampihan na yung mga cheater, ano?
Ni-nerf nila yung rep sa 3v3. Kasi
Ito,
one game, yung one game dati, mga 10k ka eh. 10 to 15k. Hindi, laruin nyo kami sa 3v3. Laruin nyo kami sa Pro-Am 3v3. Habang
Marami pa sila eh.
grinding kami ng ng wins eh.
Si Apor wala, nagdodota na. Fight nga ako Apor.
Nag-ano na nga eh. Kakabukas nga lang eh. Kita ko sa... Ako talaga si Kapitan.
China is as whole.
Ano yun? Balik kaya sa dati.
Ba't wala si Apor sa Dota?
Offline.
Hindi, online siya.
Online siya.
Pero wala siya dun sa Dota. Saan kaya napunta yun?
May kasama siya, kaduo niya. Manit ko sila kagabi. Nag-1 game ako eh.
Nakarang araw, tayo series. Kakagising ko lang, pinagdota ako. Yan tuloy, trash talk yung inalmusal ko. Pero panalo kami. Nagalit sila sa hook ko eh.
Hindi daw tumatama.
Hindi, tumatama yung hook ko. Kaya nagalit sila.
Ang yan. Anong klaseng pag-iisip yan?
Putang ina, pinipilit.
Sinong hinahabol niya? Yung mga kontak sa gobyerno. Kasi nahuli niya yung mga kriminal. Yun policial eh. Kaya yung nag-torture po sa KKN. Tsaka po bata. Sino yan?
Ano lang sa
May contest yun. Ang layo na nun ah. Tayo.
Nasa park kayo?
Ako, nasa park ako. Ako lang.
So, sana practice no shot meter.
Tayo, ang layo na nun. Contest pa din. Kaya ayaw ko na. Tayo. Naku, dalawa tumatalon. Putang ina. Tao nyo lang bantayan nyo. Bahala kayo. Tira lang yung tira dito. Kabila. Okay, pilit.
Siya yung ginawa ba eh?
Mouse part. Visiting kauban. Sige, pugos.
Solo ka?
Oo. Hot zone mo dito. Ay, cold zone mo dito nga. Pinuntan, bigod na ako.
Eng. Ano? Saan? Sige. Alam, tapusin ko lang to.
Sige. Kuya Benson?
Madali lang naman to eh. Kasi, di ba nga, no, bagong player to. Hindi na naman ako starter dito eh, puta.
Bakit balik zero ka din?
Kalakas naman
Oo.
Kuya Benson.
Pati yung ano mo?
Hindi.
Yung
Balik
SSD
zero
mo?
lang yung ano. Balik zero lang yung tawag dito. Yung progress sa ano, sa career. Pero parehas pa rin ng ano, archetype at saka overall.
Pati
Nilapit ko to sa ano eh.
Pati SS3?
Hindi, gago.
Hindi ka na SS3?
Ganun pa rin.
Gago, kala ko hindi na. Tangin na, babalibag ko yung tuki pag gano'n. Tara na, pro-am. Kompleto na pro-am.
Kompleto na ba?
Oo, 10 na. Magdodota sana ako. Wala na 10 na eh.
10 na ba?
Oo, 10 na.
Sige.
Banil, di ka
Alam mo
sumali.
na. Mo si Easy nga pala bro. Sa Facebook, tapusin ko lang.
Si Easy at saka si ano, Erase.
Please kumain. Dito na ba si Erase?
Magpapachat daw siya sa ano.
Chat na lang,
FB.
chat.
Si Erase?
Oh, si Erase tsaka si Easy.
Last game na ako. Tingnan natin.
Di ka nagpo-practice, Ben?
Ha?
Di ka nagpo-practice?
Wala si Doc ngayon.
Ano practice yan si Benson na? Ganun.
Utalik.
Last year pa yung naghahanap ng torna.
Ay.
Paano ka pa eh?
Ako pala yung isang captain.
Ikaw yan eh. Wa. Puta ka. Baboy.
Kapag magkaibang hoods ba yung anti-up? Isang anti-up lang,
Hindi.
lang ba yan? Hindi.
Iba.
Okay.
Pero ano, pupunuin nila yung server ng anti-up muna bago ano.
Okay.
Bago magkaroon ulit ng bago.
Straight over.
Wala naman masyadong tao sa anti-up eh.
Magkasama tayo, Ben.
Oh. Sige.
Ano, si Easy kunin ko?
Bala.
Si Easy or si KH?
Sino?
Si Easy na lang, para may point guard tayo. Si KH, pwede din mag point guard.
Dalawa sa akin.
Oo. Last jeep.
Kuya Lush, ano na? Hindi na maglalaro si Van.
Chill muna tayo ngayon. Bukas sa practice.
Ano nga ano nyo? Ano kulay sa ano nyo, Dus?
Hindi ko alam kung sino may team eh.
Gago, pumasok ng puta ang Laurita.
Kulang isa, laro ko. Yo.
Na-chat na ba si ano, si Easy? Tsaka si Erase?
Chat ko pa.
Sayang itong ano eh.
Gamitin ko yung bagong player.
6 na player mo, Benson?
Hindi.
Basta yung big.
Ako?
Wala. Kasi...
Wala.
Sige, si King. Si King muna.
Super babad ah.
King, invite King.
Ano, wala akong tip?
Wala.
Ako? Wala akong tip.
Wala pa.
Water. Wait lang. Isa pa natin. Mama! Wait lang.
Gagamitin ko, Ben.
Tig ka muna. Try ko itong bago ko.
Sige.
Arch type yan, Benson.
Offensive threat.
Yan yung ginawa ko eh, yung bago, yung 6-3. Kaso nainis ako, nagbag yung game rap. Wala ako ng gana, promise.
Yes, no offensive threat ang ginawa mo.
Ha?
Yung maliit na offensive threat ako.
Yung
nakaka-speed boost na kagad kahit hindi pa 95.
Ay, hindi.
Oo,
Saan?
meron ako niyan.
Ayun, 83 lang eh.
Akin kahit 95, 98 yung speed eh. Kaso 6 flat.
Ang pangat lang kasi doon, pang park lang yung build na yun.
White, brown, black kami, ano.
Kaya nga 3 offensive threat ginawa ko.
Kengray, may team na yun eh.
Wala.
Ay, si Maymay pala yun.
Disband ko yun, oo. Anong gagawin nyo?
Pro-am.
Wala pa si Erase. Gusto mo ikaw muna, Ban?
Ako na lang, Lush. Okay ka, Ban? Ikaw maglaro, Ban? Sino? Ano, Lush, laro ba ako? Oo, ako maglaro. Rank ba? Invite ko na lang kayo. Dito na ako sa court eh. Nagwo-warm up na ako.
Sige, wala pa si Erase.
Practice na pala no.
Ready na pala sa start eh.
Kasi ako tapos hindi ako mag-career. Nakakatamad mag-career.
Ang bagong ko.
Minsan wala kasing lag yung jump shot ko. Minsan pumapasok, minsan hindi. Ang mga kasama ba, Lush?
Si Hypo, TJ, KH, ako.
Gamitin mo.
Point guard.
Invite ko sila.
Teka, nasa team pa ako eh. Di ba? May team kami ng
Sino yung invite ko? Sabi mo, ako maglalaro ah.
Sinabi ko na.
Oo.
Tama muna, Nor. Tapusin ko lang to, Nor. Madali lang to eh. Hindi naman to first 5 yun sa akin. Bagong player to eh. Sa sub out
Hindi
na to.
pa umalis sa pro am team niya.
Ako hindi.
Umalis? Okay.
Loading pa ako.
Nadrete! Ang gigamit.
Ikaw na lang ko lang, son.
Oh, sige.
Galit yung sa cage, no?
Invite na lang start.
Okay na, na-send ko na. Si KH na lang, hindi ko pa na-send. Hindi ko yata pa rin. Tsaka pa rin. Magkahot ba kayo?
Ayun, isasabot na ata ako neto.
Bakit yung lakas ng sandwich? Wala. Palaman nun. Sino nga kasama ni Lush? Si Hypo, si Ares.
Hypo, si Ares.
TJ. Hindi, si Ares. Di ba si Stark ulit?
Si Adrian, not Adrian. Siya yung papalit.
Kaya mag-50 muna ako tayo. Pa-invite Starkey.
Pumasok lang sa ante. Black white kami ah. Ito yung team eh.
Black kami.
Yung team eh. Team color eh, kaya Di na...
Edit ko lang yung uniform.
Lecture cake $1.
Ayun na, send ko na Lush.
Ayo.
Ayun na, sinabot na.
Pinutol yung kamay niya?
Yay.
Dapat isa-isa.
Benson. Kuya Benson.
Oh. Starky.
Napakalakas mo naman. Sana all Benson ang pangalan.
What?
Sobrang lakas magtukoy. Idol ko yan eh. Si Benson. Since 2K19 pa.
Kinikilig na yan.
Na mas kikilit time pa ako pag dinilaan mo yung pet ko.
Yan lang.
Gusto talaga na
ibang usapan na yun, Benson. Gawain yun ni Ken yun.
Ako talaga, Benson. Ang dami mo pwedeng padilip.
Kero. Tish yata ni Benson yun eh.
Puta. Sa lahat ng petis yun pa, no? Puta.
Kiliti lang eh.
Yun na ba yung subscription mo ba?
Ha?
Subscription mo.
Yan na.
Yan mo ng
Subscription niya ng live. Nakasubscribe sa akin yan.
Manonood